Let's be having you. Let's go. Come on. Let's be having you, United fans. Hashtag Glazers out. That's right. How are we all doing today, folks? Had to just stand up for this one, guys, for a second there. How are you all doing, everybody? Hopefully you can hear me like loud and clear because I'm in an undisclosed location right now, streaming with undisclosed internet. But hopefully you can hear me all right, guys. Smash a 1 in the chat and let us know you can at the start of this one. Come on, United. Anyway, how's it going, everybody? I just thought I'd jump on to discuss the latest breaking news, thank you everybody, in regards to Manchester United and the potential takeover of Manchester United, hashtag Glazers out, which we're going to cover in this video, all the latest breaking news over the last half an hour or so, and the latest updates, reports from journalists and that kind of thing. We're going to get stuck into it now. Get in there, my friend. So it looks like we're going to get rid of, at some point anyway, obviously it depends on the offers and this kind of stuff, but it looks like maybe we could be bringing the end to the Glazer era, which would be absolutely tremendous. But anyway, do us a favour at the start of this stream, guys, before we start chopping it up, and smash the like on this video. Give it a massive thumbs up if you haven't done so. Drop the likes. Also, give it a share around if you want. We've pinned, or Aaron's pinned the tweet at the top of the live chat, I should say. Shout out, Aaron. Thanks for putting the Twitter in there. There's a link to a tweet. Go give it a retweet, guys. Share the news. Spread the news like a virus that hopefully we're going to get those shithouse Glazers out of this football club. So, I mean, let's get stuck into it. Drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Of course, if you're new as well, guys, we're nearly at 69,500 subscribers. So if you are new to the channel, get yourself involved. And if you're on catch up later watching this stream back, get down below in the not live comment section. Have your say. Let us know how over the moon and ecstatic you are. Mangasm about the thought of getting rid of those shithouse Glazers once and for all. So let's cover the news and get into it. Do let us know in the live chat if there's any issues with the stream as we go along. But shout out Rushmano, how you doing? Ruthless Sausage, IQ Insane, Malps, Bonzo, Thugger, BS4, the mods like Berber, everyone. Thank you guys for getting in here. Appreciate you guys. So we'll have a big Q&A in a little bit, but first of all, I'm going to just get into all the information just in case you haven't seen what's exactly going on. Yep, reports are that Sir Jim Ratcliffe has entered the race officially now, essentially confirming his interest in Manchester United, properly. So this is the report here from Dickinson Times. It says that Ineos have entered the bidding process to buy Manchester United. Sir Jim Ratcliffe has confirmed that he is officially in the running to buy the club from the Glazers. Come on, my son! Get in there. Obviously buzzing about this one, if it takes place and if it goes through and if we can get rid of these shithouses. And I feel like Sir Jim, although he may not be the sort of owner that's necessarily going to do a Saudi Arabia job on the football club and just invest silly money, I think he's got a passion for it. I think he probably will be a lot better than the shite we've got now. It needs $1 billion spending on this club. That's after you've bought it. So, and that's immediately. Probably more, in fact, $2 billion. There's been quotes reportedly the other day of stadium quotes for a partial rebuild, refurb for $1 billion, another estimated quote for $2 billion for a complete rebuild or some, I don't know if that's legit, but some information came out the other day. It's going to cost big money to buy Manchester United. You're not just having to buy the club from the Glazers and appease the Glazers and make sure they get the profit that they want to get rid of those absolute fucking gashtastic melts, but you also then have to spend a huge amount of money to get in, to get this club kick-started again and state of the art in all areas. So, but it can be done. It can be done. And if he's prepared to actually buy the club from the Glazers and the Glazers are happy with his offer, then I feel like he would be a great owner to have compared to a lot of the other options we could have. There are some pluses and minuses for him. There's pluses and minuses for having a Dubai king own your football club or a Saudi Arabian sheikh or whatever it may be. There's loads of different pros and cons, but I think this is probably a good fit for Manchester United. What is the motto of Manchester United, my friends? Youth, courage, success. Okay, he's not young, but you know what I mean? What I'm saying is this is potentially the right fit for Manchester United. Only time will tell. We've got a super chat here from Ezio Auditore. Thank you, Ezio, man. What's going on, bro? He says, passion won't get us out of debt. Need oil money? Well, okay, you say passion won't get us out of debt, but why won't it? Let's say the Glazers accept an offer to sell the football club for 5 or 6 billion, or maybe more, whatever it may be, who knows? Then what if Sir Jim comes in and then is prepared to spend like at the start, in order to, to fully invest in Manchester United. Like you say, do we really need super oligarch money to make this work at this football club? No, I think we just need to not have a huge debt. So that does need to be cleared off. He's going to have to put his hand in his pocket straight away when buying the football club. I don't think the fans will appreciate anybody coming in and continue us to keep us in that debt. That's not what it's all about for United fans. We want to be out of debt. But we're wasting a significant amount of money every single season just on servicing the interest of those debts and things like that, which is shackling us and hinder us in itself. Now, you've got the Glazers adding their worth to the football club, which is nil. And it gives us a big problem. We are constantly shackled all the time. Once those shackles are released, i.e. Manchester United are prepared to reinvest what this football club generates back into the football club in all areas. And okay, yep, shareholders are going to get paid some dividends at some point. That's how it works in this day and age. But the idea is not to be greedy and to fully invest and fully run Manchester United as it should be. Investing in the stadium, investing in the facilities, investing in the scouting network, the youth recruitment. Everything needs to be state of the art. We have fallen behind in almost all areas compared to the top teams around these days. And it is sad. But I don't think we need, I appreciate your comment there, Etienne, but I don't think we do need such money as Newcastle United or something like that, to be fair, because we are a different type of football club. We've got the biggest support around the globe to begin with. Once everybody was on the same page, i.e. the fans can get behind what the owners are trying to do and the team and everybody completely 100%, I'm pretty sure you'll see more money being generated by Manchester United. The fans will put their hands in their pockets even more once those Glazer shithouses are gone, and we'd be able to generate even more cash at this football club. Holy shit, the bed. Roshmano has sent a £50 super chat, mate. He's buzzing his tits off. He's set his nipples to vibrate and he's unleashing it raw in the chat there. What? Hey, Roshmano, what's going on, mate? Thank you for the £50 super chat, lad. Seriously. He says, the Glazers are finished at Manchester United. Enjoy this, guys. Our future looks bright. Come on, mate. The future's bright. The future's orange under Ten Hag. Anyway, he's doing bits. Anyway, so Roshmano, thank you so much, pal. That's very, very generous of you. What an absolute legend. He sent a pink one. Let's just get a love heart in the live chat, everyone, for Roshmano there. Thank you for your super chat of justice there, my son. Hashtag Glazers out in the live chat for Roshmano. This guy's a legend, man. Big support of the channel. Always helping out with the updates. Even bought himself a Glazers out t-shirt, which he can rock with pride for the next few months anyway. And then hopefully he can burn it in a ceremony once these shithouses are gone. That'd be the idea. Come on. I'm going to have a sale on the Glazers Out t-shirts, but there you go. Anyway, so Roshmano, you're a bloody legend. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. And yes, once the Glazers are gone, we can start to enjoy things again around here. Not that it's not been an enjoyable season so far, because Ten Hag has done absolutely brilliantly and the squad's coming along nicely. Brilliant. But it's much deeper than just the first team. It is much deeper. All areas of this club are lacking. So if we had owners in there who are prepared to spend a good bit more than the Glazers in most departments, we would be capable of being one of the very best teams in the world again. Unfortunately, we have just got owners that don't take us out of second gear, and they service in debts, and they're sucking money out of the club, selling off share, in interest and stock interest and all these things that they do after inflations of the worth of the stock at certain times. They're playing the game here. They're businessmen. They're trying to squeeze as much money out of this football club as possible. They would rather keep the football club and squeeze that milky teat as long as possible to keep milking this club dry, unless somebody comes in with a good offer that's too good to turn down, that's going to turn their head, essentially. They're not stupid if they stand to make a few billion profit after everything's been settled and paid up. They've got the percentage and they've stand to make billions. Then surely they're going to want to sell the club. They are hated at Manchester United as well by the fan base. They haven't given us what we wanted. They haven't ever really delivered. They might have tried on the face of it, but we know what's happened behind the scenes. No attempts to clear the debt of this football club, still in the roughly amount of same debt that we were when those toss bags took over. And then there's all the fact that there's a bloody roof leaking and stuff. The stadia is just not up to the standard that a lot of the other clubs around world football are up to now. You look at Tottenham Hotspur's new stadium, and even the Emirates, which is, not new now, but in terms of actual technology wise, I mean, okay, you can never compete with the history and the capacity and the legendary status of Old Trafford. But what Old Trafford should be is all of those things, plus state-of-the-art, plus technologically, as good as it gets. That's where it really should be at. G-Wolf United Gaming. Oh, thank you, G-Wolf, for getting in here, bro, with your super chat, my son. I appreciate you, dude. What's going on? G to the Wolfstar. He comments and he says, future is bright. The future, Ineos, Ratcliffe. Let's party. Mate, thank you, G-Wolf. I know it is a cause for party, this one, mate, if it all goes through. But this is a big step in that. This is literally a super billionaire who's got an interest in buying this football club previously that we've discussed, but now it's been made official. Now it's confirmed that he does want to buy Manchester United. He is trying to buy the club. Now, it may not be the case that it's completely him on his own, but these details will follow, obviously. Thank you so much, G-Wolf. Let's get a Glazers out green and gold emoji in the live chat there for G-Wolf United Gaming. Thank you so much. Guys, we got 150 legends watching this stream. Let's get 150 likes on this bad boy. Twat that like if you're just getting in here for the Glazers out. Hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe. Get yourself in the chat and say hello as well. We love hearing from legends. Zayn Miasi's in here, one of the people we don't necessarily like always hearing from. But here he is with a super chat. Zayn, thank you, bro. What's Zayn's got to say for himself now? He says, Zayn says, did you see our masterpiece against Spurs? Football almost stunning as Avatar Way of the Water. This guy's right on the take from James Cameron, lad. Can't you have a little word with James Cameron, see if he wants to get on board with Ineos and Sir Jim, lad, seeing as you're such busy mates with Jim Cameron? Bloody hell, Zayn Miasi. Tell you what, I hope you are getting a paycheck from that studio, mate, with that movie, bud, because you have done some brilliant promotion all around the internet on it, and I don't know why. I think, personally, I'm starting to believe this guy has backed Avatar Way of the Water with some sort of financial investment back in the day. Anyway, thank you, Zayn Miasi, for that, bud. I did see Arsenal's game. Well done, there you go. Arteta is just keeping the wheels rolling at the moment. Is it going to be a case of Leicester City? Leicester City, when they won it. When was that now, guys? 2014, was it? It can't be that long ago. 2015? Either way, when Leicester City won, I digress. When Leicester City won the Premier League, you always kept thinking at some point, they're going to bottle it. Yeah, they're going to get munched like a bag of fucking Gary Lineker's, Sultan Lineker's crisps. That's what's going to happen. But no, they didn't. They kept it going, and they actually were able to do it. Now, in regards to Arsenal, Hollands, just seeing as you mentioned it, then we're going to not talk about Arsenal for the rest of the stream. But in regards to Arsenal, I don't really see that happening because they are just the perennial bottlers, my son. They probably will bottle it. Guys, do you think Arsenal will win the Premier League this season? Yes or no? They've built up a sizable lead. But they're bottle merchants, end of the day. Zayn Miasi, put a sock in it, my son. Zayn Miasi now says, I'm happy United's getting new owners. Fans deserve better. And it's a big club. Well done, Zayn Miasi. Get a two-finger applause there, man. Dude, that's one of the most insightful and intelligent things you've ever said, Zayn Miasi. I appreciate you very much. You're right, we do deserve better at this football club. Get some love in there for Zayn Miasi. We do deserve much better at this football club as a fan base. It's a brilliant football club. I mean, we've talked about it, me and Zayn even, about dreaming of the days coming back when it's going to be Arsenal and Manchester United again, tussling it out, Two clubs, to be fair to him, with a long tradition of of winning and also history. They're not as much as us, nowhere near, but in terms of they're up for one of the most historical successful clubs in the country, probably third. I'd place them third in terms of the all-time pantheon of teams in England, behind Manchester United and Liverpool, and Manchester City in fucking 12th place, mate, or 20th place, by the way. But Arsenal, yeah, they're the third best club in England, I would say, if I'm allowed to say that word, best, in an Arsenal sentence. But you know what I mean. So from that point of view, yes, these clubs have it'd be nice to see us getting back to those glory days again. Arsenal starting to seemingly do that. Manchester United with Ten Hag at the wheel now. We actually do look like we're on our way as well. Couple that with the fact that these Glazer shithouses could be out of our football club soon. We could have new owners who may be prepared to clear the debt and invest in all different areas. Yeah, we could be right on the road to competing for all things again and being the football club that we should be. So get in there, my son. Thank you, Zayn Miasi. I'm very happy with it. And if it happens, then it's just brilliant. We've got another super chat here from Mikey. Thank you, Mikey, for joining us, bud, and getting your super chat in, lad. He said, Jim has stake in Mercedes F1, possible shirt sponsor. Dude, what a great sponsor that would be compared to the shithouse Team Viewer, bud. You know what I love so much about this training top, guys? It doesn't have a shitty sponsor on. You know what I mean? But anyway, yes, absolutely. Although I think Ineos would probably be, wouldn't that be the most likely? Because there are reports that essentially Ineos, you know, is the entity that is leading this, but it could just be Sir Jim alternately. Let's have a look at some more of the info here that's coming out then, guys. So Sky Sports News reporting that Sir Jim Ratcliffe's company Ineos has officially entered the bidding to buy Manchester United. So you would think that if Manchester United was purchased by Ineos, then it would be Ineos all the way across the front of the shirt with, you know, in terms of that chemical company that he's got, which is reported to be worth a huge amount of money, folks, somewhere in the region of 5 to 15 billion. And this guy's personal net worth is, you know, is somewhere near that. So basically this guy's got the ability to buy Manchester United, hopefully. He's got the ability to invest in Manchester United a little bit. We don't need somebody to come in and spend billions. But I think at some point down the road, we are going to have to sort the stadium out, which, you know, let's face it, that will cost billions. At some point, that has to be done. But I think the most important things initially is just to fully invest in all different areas that have been lacking other than the stadium. Get that sorted out when you can, obviously. But the idea is to clear the debt so we're not just servicing debts and interest. That's a complete waste of money and time, and that's money that could be way better used investing in the team or investing in different infrastructure at the football club. And then there's also things that we've lacked in recently. Like, why are Manchester United not as good as we used to be at scouting players? Like, or maybe it's just the fact that there's other clubs who have really invested in their sort of networks over the years, such as Manchester City, for instance, and they seem to be left behind. So I think it's imperative Man United are invested in all these different areas. Hey, Kate Cadet, what's going on, bud? He says we got a lag on the go. Nightmare. Okay, that's not good. That's not good. Let us know if we're still coming through, guys. Smash a 1 if you can hear me. Yeah, not good, not good. We've got a little bit of a lag there. So I thought that might occur. It's a bit of a problem we've got, but I'm trying to just roll with it. So yes, so Jim Ratcliffe's company Ineos has officially entered the bidding to buy Manchester United, guys, which is big news. Let's have a look at some of the reports that are coming out as well. So this is from Fabrizio Romano. Just a short while ago. Thank you, Disco Dave and Ezio and Connor and everyone. Okay, hopefully it stays on now. So we have a report here that Ineos has entered the bidding process to buy Manchester United, and there's quotes here. We have formally put ourselves into the process of bidding, which is from the spokesman, which told the Times Sports Dickinson Times. And Sir Jim Ratcliffe is the first one to go public, with other groups now also interested. So do you remember when Chelsea was up for sale? There was like a clambering of a few different consortiums, a few different people who were very much interested in buying Chelsea Football Club when it became apparent that bids were being tabled. And I think that's what's happening here as well now. I don't even expect this to be the end of it, really. This is the first formal interest for purchasing the club that's been laid down. And probably what will happen is there will be another bid or another consortium or an interest from elsewhere as well. Several different consortiums. You would expect, just because Sir Jim Ratcliffe of Ineos wants to buy the club doesn't mean that, oh, you know, a Saudi Arabian prince or a Dubai king or whoever, you know, doesn't want to put in a bid for this football club, because they've been linked. There's lots of information in regards to potential investors from all around the world. And we've talked about Apple or different companies in America that may be interested. Disney, even, people have mentioned, which would be an absolute Mickey Mouse gash fest. But either way, it does look like this could be the start of Manchester United being sold. And if that happens, then it's going to be like a metamorphosis of this football club overnight, I think. Basically, imagine it like this. At the moment, Manchester United is kind of like this big, horrible, wriggly, grubby grub, you know, right now under the Glazers, and it's horrible. But it's going to get itself into a chrysalis, and then it's going to be reborn as a beautiful butterfly, my friends. And hopefully we'll see years and years of success of this football club with new owners. So, yes, it's no guarantees who's going to be owner at this moment in time. I think Sir Jim would be brilliant, just because he seems like he's the right mix of things like money, but also there's a little bit of, what's the word I want to use here? I don't know. Just a little bit maybe ethically fits a little bit more with Manchester United than certain owners of certain football clubs. I'm not opening this can of worms, but I'm just saying ethically maybe it's not the worst thing for Manchester United. There's talks of human rights issues from some of these different potential owners, or there's I don't know, Apple, if they were to buy the football club, they got people knocking together phones in China for 2p an hour or whatever. Like, nobody's perfect. This guy's got a chemicals company. I'm sure they're no saints, right? But ultimately, in terms of balance, in terms of what Manchester United are looking for, ethically, morally, but also just the right fit for Manchester United, I think he probably would be the right sort of fit. But let's ask the live chat very quickly. Let's get stuck into the live chat and see what you guys are saying. What do you think? Who do you think, should I say, would be the best owners for Manchester United? There were some people like Ezio Auditor earlier on in the chat. He was suggesting that he wants Saudi Arabian owners because then we'd be able to truly compete money-wise. Do you want Sir Jim Ratcliffe, guys? Or would you prefer a Dubai King or a Saudi Arabian Prince? Or, what would you prefer? So let us know in the live chat, because for me, I'm not too bothered about the Saudi Arabian money because, as I've said previously before, I think Manchester United's somewhat of a self-sustaining beast. Look at what we're able to do. No other football club would really be able to survive with what the Glazers have done. They should have never been allowed to buy the club. They bought the club and languished us in debt. So it's quite apparent that if that was done to most other football clubs with that amount of debt, they probably wouldn't be here this day. Man United, because of its commercialism, because of its ability to generate revenue from sponsorship deals and commercial enterprises, but also from the fan base and the fact that it is the most supported club in the world and generates a huge amount of money every single year. Man United is able to be a self-sustaining beast whilst all at the same time servicing debts that we shouldn't be servicing and paying out dividends to grubby fat cats in ivory towers. So you factor all that in, we've been shackled, we've been hindered by those guys all that time, yet we've still managed to, we have fallen off big time since the Fergie days, but we're still, always near the top, even if it's just nowhere near where we actually should be, which is challenging for all things. So you consider all of that. I actually wouldn't be worried at all if Sir Jim Ratcliffe came in, because I think we'd be absolutely fine as long as we clear the debts, use most of the money that's generated from this club for good, and actually put it back into the football club. I think we'd be mostly fine, guys. Let's see what you legends are saying in the chat then. Yeah, there you go, Sonic Asylum. He's stinking rich and a United fan. Precisely, what do you want? Some other, some oligarch, or, maybe some conglomeration or some corporation who just want to buy the football club and milk it like the Glazers did? I mean, this guy seems pretty decent. Money talks, no Jimmy, says Nikolai. Saudi money, says Nas. Don't want no corrupt Saudi prince, says Thugger. Thank you, Brendan Mills. I appreciate you, Brendan. The icon will be better in British hands. Come on, Sir Jimmy. And that's another thing. It's a global market these days, guys. You look at all the football clubs within the Premier League, the top flight. Most of them are probably owned by foreign owners now. So there is actually something to say about that. It's like having a homegrown player in your team. It's like it makes that a little bit more special when Marky Rashford, who's main born and bred, is banging those goals in. Come on, Marcus. Compared to some twat you bought from Buenos Aires or something. You know what I mean? Like, it does mean that little bit more. So just the fact that if Manchester United could be in British hands, that's a plus point. It is a plus point. It's not the be-all and end-all, but it would be nice. I agree with you. Hey, thank you for the super chat there, Wessex Mercia. Dude, I'm so sorry. How have I done that, bud? Dude, let's get some love in there for Wessex Mercia. I've had a bloody double daymare there, haven't I, Wessex Mercia? He sent a super chat. I've missed it. Sorry, pal. Let's go up and have a look, son. Oh, Wessex Mercia. Wessex Mercia says, last stream you asked about my name. I am named after the old counties before England was founded. Nothing to do with sex. You have good knowledge. Well, you can put it down to that TV show. Actually, you can't. I'm actually from the area of Wessex. That's the only reason I know that. I'm from Dorsetshire. So I know that Wessex used to comprise of a bunch of counties. Was it Dorset, maybe Hampshire, Somerset, Devon, Cornwall, etc. And that was Wessex, mate. And it was the Kingdom of Wessex. So yes, I do have a bit of knowledge, but it's mostly because that's where I came from. Thank you very much indeed there, bro, for getting in here, my son, with your with your knowledge. I appreciate that very much. Brilliant stuff. So, okay, thank you so much, Wessex Mercy. Let's get some love in there for him. And then also we have reports just coming out, all loads of different reports coming out, suggesting that maybe Manchester United could be bought, delivered, sold, sealed, signed for, whatever you want to say, by March, which would be absolutely tremendous, wouldn't it? Come on, my son. Few months turnaround would be tremendous. I suppose it could happen if you look at how quickly Chelsea was sold in the end. Now, I know that their owner was trying to cut, shut and run, and the government were like forcefully, taking it back essentially. But that all happened very, very, very quickly. So I don't see, if there's an actual legit offer on the table where the Glazers stand to make a big profit, why they would even consider staying. If they stand to make a big profit and they can get out of this football club, I think they'd be more than keen. So I'm all for it, guys. Bring it on. Hopefully it's something that we see over the next few months, like this report says. I mean, it's just speculation at this stage. We don't truly know how long it would be. But we could hope for that it would be by the end of the season at the latest anyway. If there is offers coming in, and it's not just Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Sir Jim Ratcliffe may have been the first person to now officially confirm his interest in buying the football club, and now the process is going to take place for negotiations, I guess, and advancing this. But other interested parties will now be coming forward over the coming weeks, months, in order to gauge their interest, but also to sort of throw their hat in the ring, so to speak. So yeah, I do think Man United's going to get bought by the end of this season, based on that statement that the Glazers made a few months back, based on this interest now from Sir Jim Ratcliffe. There's a lot of pressure mounting. So the Glazers may be keen to just play the long game, keep United fans in the dark, make them think that they're looking for a sale, when in all actuality they're just looking for outside investment to spend without spending their money and appease the fan base. So that may be their intention. But now that there's actual interest confirmed, it just adds fuel to the fire, adds a little bit of extra pressure as well to the Glazers, because they know that the Manchester United fan base is going to want to get on board with something of this nature, like Sir Jim Ratcliffe potential takeover of the football club. And that's just going to add extra fuel. The Glazers out campaign is just going to gather more legs. I don't see how they can stay. I don't see how they can really stay, guys. It's tough. I mean, if there's a good offer and it's reasonable for all parties, they're gone, guys. They're gone. Come on, United! Right, guys. Okay, so let's ask the live chat then. So by the end of this season, which is 6 months to go, do you think we will have the Glazers out? Do you think there'll be new owners at this football club? Let's have a little vote of confidence in the chat. Get your yeses and nos in there. I think yes. I think yes. I mean, I really hope so anyway. Just because there's now confirmed interest, we would want to get somebody in here before the start of the new season, and somebody who was potentially buying the football club would want to get in here before the start of the new season as well. And actually, if you look at it from the Glazers' point of view, when is a really good time to sell Manchester United? They could really gamble in the hope that Ten Hag takes this club forward and we win the Premier League or something, and our stock goes up massively and the value goes up massively, and then they can say, hey, we're Premier League winners, we are in the Champions League, we'll sell the football club at the highest possible amount now because we're the best club in England right now. That's one way of looking at it. Or that's a big gamble, though, because that's probably not what's going to happen. Who knows? We might be in a title challenge this season. I think we are, but that might not happen. So it's a bit of a risk. Right now, you're looking at it going, well, Man United are sitting pretty in top four. We're in the League Cup semis. Ten Hag's progressing wonderfully with this squad. We're looking brilliant. And it's all going in the right direction. So now the stock is already, from a potential new buyer's point of view, is already looking much more attractive than it was just a year ago, because it's looking likely that we get in the Champions League, which means bigger money and just easier to get deals for things like sponsorships and that kind of thing. And it would make it more likely to happen, now, I think, based on how we're doing and where we are. United stock is on the rise, and it's a good time for those shithouses to get out if there is somebody potentially wants to buy the football club. Hey, thank you so much for your highlighted member comment, boss. Let's get a hashtag 29 in the live chat. Gaz Newton, thank you for being a member of this channel for 29 months. That's super legit, mate. Literally nearly 3 years. I appreciate you, bud. Let's get some love and hashtag 29s in there for the lad. And he's a Bacon and Egg Brigade legend too. I appreciate you, dude. He comments and he says, Sir Jim in, United owned by a rich United fan, stuff of dreams for the theatre of dreams. Hope you're well, Pig. Thank you so much, but I love your way with words there, lad. The stuff of dreams for the theatre of dreams. Well, that's it. It should be the theatre of dreams, mate. It shouldn't be the theatre of bloody nightmares, which is what it is under the Glazer shithouses, or the theatre of fucking rat droppings. You know, what is this shitfest that we've accepted over the last how many years? Post-Fergie, it's been a shitfest. We've not really accepted it. It's just there's nothing much we can do about it. But it's really disgusting how we have been shackled. So you're absolutely right. Once we get somebody new in who is prepared to, who's a United fan, supposedly a boyhood United fan, and is going to do right by the fan base, and is going to spend a bit, then we're going to be laughing. We're going to be much more likely to win things. And even if we don't win things, at least we'll be doing it right. Because right now we're not doing it right. It's more about the effort, it's more about the trying. I always say, if Manchester United go out there in a big game, like we played City the other day, we won it in the end and it was amazing. Winning is winning, and winning's brilliant. But you know what? Sometimes it's more about just actually the effort levels. You can't win them all. It's about having the right attitude, the right mentality, the right effort in anything really. And it's the same with the owners of this football club. If they've got the right attitude, the right effort, the right mentality, then we can see that. It's not even, we're not going to be putting, Sir Jim Ratcliffe's head on a pitchfork saying, Sir Jim out if we finish second, as long as we're not shackled in debts, as long as they're investing in all areas, as long as the team's being invested in and progressing and they're getting the backing to the manager and the coach and everything that they need. That's what it's all about. So yes, there you go. We'll be back in no time with new owners. We have been seriously hindered by those guys for a long time. Thank you, Gaz Newton. You're a legend, my friend. I appreciate that. Thank you for subscribing there, Ahmad Zayab Gull. If you guys are new to the channel, like sorry, I'm gonna have to go back up and read that again. Ahmad Zayab Gull. If you're new like him, then hit the subscribe button, everybody. And also smash that like on the video. If you haven't done so, give us a boost up there on the YouTube algorithm. It is free to smash that like button. So hit the thumbs up, it's free. And also, it will boost us up there and help us compete with clickbait wankers and corporation melts, such as those shit-ass Glazers, etc. So hit that thumbs up button. Right. So we got 125 likes. Thank you, everyone, for getting in here. Just to give you a subscribe update, I've got to tell you guys. I've got to tell you right now. We've just hit 69,500. There you go, 69,500. I've got to tell you. 69.5. Get in there, everybody. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, everyone who's new. And we are on our way. We're only 500 away now from getting to 70,000 subscribers. So if you are new to the channel, make sure you smash that subscribe button. It's raw. Okay. Right, so let's just cover this, what we've got here then, folks. Actually, there's a few things coming in here from that Rushmano's sending me. Let's just have a little cheeky look that's coming out during this show. So give me a second, we'll have a look. So there's a report here that says that this is from transfers_UTD, aka Rushmano's page. Go and check it out on Twitter. Feel free to put your link in the live chat there, Rushmano, to your Twitter page, lad. Transfers_UTD. And there's, a source that suggests that Sir Jim wants ex-United players involved in his bid. So that'd be quite interesting. So we talked about, could it be a potential sole bid and it's just Sir Jim Ratcliffe who's actually going in for it? Or is there the scope to get others on board for it to be a consortium? Now, I believe previously we've mentioned people like Gary Neville saying that he's been sort of advising people. There's been, not saying necessarily, but there's been rumours that people like Gary Neville have been, advising Sir Jim or advising potential owners in regards to some of the inner workings and maybe just offering their services. So if that was the case, I mean, I can't see any better way than that being the case. Just imagine this. Imagine if the Glazers sold, but the buyers of this football club were not just Sir Jim Ratcliffe, but a consortium of, 20 ex-pros plus Sir Jim Ratcliffe, right? Plus Sir Jim. So you've got Sir Jim Ratcliffe, he's putting in the lion's share of the amount of money. Of course he is, and he's getting the sold. He's got the majority shareholding essentially. But then also, it would be nice to have investment from, just imagine all the legends previously gone. Why not I'm sure Sir Alex Fergie's got a few million quid knocking around the gaff. Bex ain't short of a few bob. Gary Neville, all these people. I know they've got other interest in Salford and all that kind of thing, but maybe not those guys then. Other people who are associated with Manchester United, who are very, very rich, wealthy individuals, could be interested in buying this football club. That would be the dream, compared to like having some dodgy owners or some, just some heartless owners maybe. The best thing would be if we could have, say, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, who's come on board with a consortium of some ex-Manchester United people, whether it be people like Robbo or, like I say, anyone who's actually got love for this football club, Patrice Evra, Rio Ferdinand, all these guys, man. People who've got absolute passion and love for this football club. Same about Rio or Patrice. I mean, I love those guys anyway. I don't know how you could say a bad word about either of them, to be honest. They're fucking legends. But either way, even if that wasn't the case, like their love for Manchester United cannot be questioned. Whereas a lot of people, certainly our owners, it definitely can be. So if we could get people who actually had passion for Manchester United in the club, wow, that's half the problem. That's most of the problem right there. Thank you, Daft Scottish Devil, for your super chat, my son. Let's go. Let's get a sue in there for him. Why not, eh? He says, Pig, I would take this with a pinch of salt because the media are as much in the dark than we are because all bids are done under confidentiality. Yeah, no, definitely. Bids are, bids will be, this isn't actually an announcing of a bid or anything. What this is a spokesman for Ineos has now confirmed, look, I'll get it up on screen here, has now confirmed that Ineos have officially entered the bidding to buy. So it's not an official, I don't think, well, actually, the way that reads, it kind of does make it sound like they've tabled a bid. That's what that sort of sounds like. But what I think it really is more like is this. Ineos has entered the bidding process to buy Man United. So Jim Ratcliffe has confirmed that he is officially in the running to buy the club from the Glazers. So essentially, he's confirmed his proper interest in buying Manchester United. And of course, there's got to be lots of negotiations that take place between all parties here to see if it's doable, to see if it's realistic. There has to be things like proof of funds and signals of intention, and also there has to be a willingness from the Glazers to actually sell at a certain point and a certain price. So that's what's going to have to happen. But that's it. He's actually started the process in terms of signaling his interest and potentially looking to place an offer, I guess. So that is where we're at. That's where we're at, So Fab also says that Ineos has entered the bidding process to buy Manchester United. This is a quote from the spokesperson, by the way, from Ineos. So direct quote from the spokesperson reads as, "We have formally put ourselves into the process of bidding." So, you can read that two ways. It does sound like there's a bid being made, but what it really is that they've now signaled their intention to bid. That's what it really is, I think. But either way, come on, mate. Let's get a little bit of buzz. Let's not be killjoys, Daft Scottish Devil, my son. Let's hope for the best. I know what you're saying. It's you'll believe it when you see it, because we've had lots of discussions about will the Glazers leave this football club for many years now, and they haven't. But with that statement that they released a few months ago, stating that they were going to get offers, and if there was offers tabled, they would listen to them, and they were also seeking outside investment and this kind of thing. And they basically put was it Goldman Sachs or somebody in charge of looking at the finances, and they put the Rain Group. Overseeing things, who also had a hand in, the Chelsea sale, right? So because of that, all those things considered, I think it's pretty legit. I think Manchester United is on the table. If the price is right and the Glazers stand to make that big money, they will walk. Gunshi, what's going on, you legend? Welcome in here. And also the Vutanate absolute legends. Thank you for joining us, guys. Great to see all you legends getting in here. Buzzing about the news, I'm sure. I'm buzzing my tartays off about this one, dudes. Kingslayer says, Pig Consortium in. That's it, said Jim. Just give me a little bell, my son. I got the connections. I got the passion. Get me on board, son. I got about £10.50 to invest. Let's go. I'm doing well, Rash V. Thanks for asking. Rush Monis says, Liverpool has 0 bids. Hey, pal Marius, what's going on, you absolute legend? I'm just going to very quickly, before we get into this and chop it up properly in the live chat with the Q&A, hopefully we're still coming through clear and stuff, guys. Bit gash that it dropped off for a second there, but to be fair, it wouldn't be the first time, would it? But before I get into that, I'm just going to cover a very little bit of news I've got. I'm actually going to be back on here later on tonight anyway, around about 9ish, somewhere around about there, to do a preview for the game tomorrow, Crystal Palace versus Manchester United. So we're going to be back on a bit later doing a cheeky little preview. But for now, I'm just going to cover little bits of non-preview related news. So we will get into the team news and Ten Hag's comments and things like that later on in the actual match preview. So come back for that about 9 p.m. But for now, we're just going to get into a couple of little tidbits of Manchester United stuff, which is come out today, basically, which I'm just going to get into, and then we'll get into the live chat, see what you legends are saying for yourselves. But reports coming out, Fabrizio Romano reporting that Manchester United have scheduled new rounds of talks with Facundo Palistri's agents to discuss about a possible loan move in January. And Palistri's waiting for an apparent decision from Ten Hag and the club in regards to sort of what's going on there in regards to whether or not he should be let out on loan. To me, we keep him. I think it's best to keep him. He looked good when he came on the other day, and it's good to have some options. So keep or sell Facundo Palistri, guys, but just want to mention that that is supposedly being worked on, a new round of talk scheduled in regards to Facundo Palistri, potential loan or non-loan. At the moment, we'll see. Also, other reports suggesting that we are interested in Declan Rice for the summer again. So we'll see what's going on with that. A little bit of speculative transfer news coming out here. Also, we have what else have we got, guys? Also, we've got Manchester United are reportedly interested in signing Real Valladolid right back Ivan Fresneda. United are now pushing to get Fresneda this month. He has a release clause of £8.8 million. Reportedly, Newcastle and Arsenal also interested in that guy too. Whether or not that's the case, I mean, we do have Wan-Bissaka, we do have Dalot. Fabrizio Romano has basically said that Manchester United will be working on some things in the right back position over the next few days. So maybe that's something to do with that, or maybe it's reassuring the likes of Wan-Bissaka, working something out there in regards to them both doing a job for us. So we'll see. Also reports that Slabby Maguire is still of interest from various different clubs. Apparently, I mean, take it with a pinch of salt, it's from the Gash Mirror, but we can all hope West Ham are considering an offer to sign Harry Maguire on loan. Come on! As long as there's not an option to buy, but an actual obligation to buy. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Romano claims that Fabrizio said, keep an eye on a potential Man United pursuit on a right back should they sell Wan-Bissaka. So we may not be selling Wan-Bissaka. I don't think we should sell Wan-Bissaka now. We've actually got the best of both worlds there. Wan-Bissaka was laying on the sauce thick the other day like his name was fucking Mr. Hines or Daddy's or something. He was putting that sauce on that plate, man, and dipping that chip in it. What? That sounded a bit wrong after I said it, guys. But you know what I mean. He was saucing it up the other day, man, in that City game. Really, really quality performance from the guy. I don't see the need to get rid of him, really. He's a different sort of a player to Diogo Dalot, and that's good. We got fire and ice. We can either melt you or we can freeze you. You know, what's wrong with that? It's good to have both of them. But let's ask the live chat. Stu says Wan-Bissaka out, definitely. So keep or sell Wan-Bissaka for 30 million quid. Keep or sell in the chat, guys. Let's have a vote. But honestly, I would keep him. He was actually brilliant under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He had a bad spell last season, and it was easy to say, oh, he's finished. But he's still young, and he still seems to be improving in certain areas of game. He can always add facets to his game. So, but under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he was always brilliant. So it's the damage that's been done in the last year, but also with this notion or this idea that Ten Hag is somehow, not going to be able to get the best out of Wan-Bissaka, or that more so Wan-Bissaka is not really going to fit in with what Ten Hag's trying to do at the football club. I think that's what it was more about. Well, I think the last few weeks have kind of dispelled that, because it seems to me like Wan-Bissaka is capable of playing a good role in this football team under Ten Hag, and he can have a role to play. So I guess it depends on whether or not he wants to play a bit part role, because Dalot deserves to be starting based on his season. And, chopping and changing right backs, it's not really that great. You want to have your back four starting most games. You've got to rotate sometimes, sure, but you want to have your back four pretty dead set. So it depends on what Wan-Bissaka wants to do. Lots of keeps coming in here. Keep says Madhouse and special one on Don Gungshi. Big T says keep. Elliot says keep. Gaz says sell. Keep says Billy. Yeah, good for certain situations. That's right, definitely. Great defender, man. Great defender. And, putting on the sauce the other day going forward a bit as well. Keep says Aaron. Sell says Vincent Bullock. Keep then sell this summer says Kingslayer. Yeah, Berber says the same. Keep till June. Keep until summer, then improve says Rushmano. Yeah, good shout. Thing is, I think actually we're talking about improving, so we could go and buy a player and we could improve. And if that's on the card, that's great. Do it, fine. Always looking to improve. I mean, I would sell, get rid of Casemiro if you can find a better one. You know, I mean, obviously you can't because he's the best CDM in world football and you'd be mental to sell him. But all I'm making the point is, if there's somebody better, doesn't matter who you've got, you should be trying to get somebody better. That's the idea. So in regards to Wan-Bissaka, yeah, sure, if there's somebody better we can go and get. That makes sense. However, he has improved. I feel like he will improve. He's only 24, isn't he? Or 25? 24, I think he is. He's still got plenty of time to develop and add different facets to this game. So I'm not writing him off just yet. I've changed my mind on Wan-Bissaka a bit. A few months ago, I was thinking, oh, he's not going to fit into a Ten Hag system. And what's the point? Dallow's come on leaps and bounds. You know, let's go buy Denzel Dumfries or something. But now I kind of feel like, well, he's digging in. He's fighting. He's improving. He's trying to change and develop. And Ten Hag giving him chances. And he's taking those chances. So I say, you know what? Give him a chance and let's see how he does to the end of the season. Caps Lock Twack says, keep Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Let's take Son from Spurs and Mbappe. Oh, that would be sensational, Don Burby. Yeah. If only, pal. If only. I mean, I'd take Harry Kane too. I know he's not popular with a lot of people in the chat, but look, his Premier League goal scoring record is proven. But he is a bit older and an injury-prone human slaboid. Okay, one or two other things. So, as I say, West Ham are considering a move to sign Aaron Maguire on loan, or reportedly, probably a load of bollocks. And, you know, also, what else have I got here? Garnacho reportedly turning down the latest Man United offer as well. So there's a report that Real Madrid's bid to sign Alejandro Garnacho has been given a boost, with the forward rejecting Man United's latest contract. Teenager's current deal at Old Trafford expires in the summer of 2024. So we have to get Alejandro Garnacho signed up to a new deal. You don't want to be giving these kids too much too soon, because you want to keep them on the straight and narrow, developing and actually being professional and not. I'm sure it'll be fine, but you don't want to give these players too much too soon. We've seen that in recent years. Sometimes what can happen if you do that. But you don't want to lose this kid, because this guy is super duper world class. And they look at him at 19 years of age, what he did the other day coming on in the Manchester Derby. And he's one of the players that's influential in us winning that game. In fact, you could argue he's the most influential in us winning that game after Ten Hag's made his substitutes, because he created the moment pretty much out of thin air with that wonderful piece of wing play on the left where he set up Rashford for the goal. So just the fact that he's doing stuff like that at his age, I'm getting Messi vibes, guys. I'm getting there. I mean, I might be getting a little bit carried away. A short while ago, I was talking about Mason Greenwood being the next Ballon d'Or winner in the future. Doesn't really look like he's going to win that now. He's more likely to win the Soap on the Floor award, you know what I mean, in Wormwood Scrubs, than the Ballon d'Or nowadays. However, you know, with Garnacho, I'm getting Messi vibes about him, guys. Yeah, that sort of, as in that sort of level of potential ability in the future that he could have. If he works hard, I mean, he already at this stage, he looks incredible. So, look, it's hard to really say who's going to go on and do what Messi did in the game, because Messi is the GOAT. And, you know, you could have an amazing career for the next 15 years and be world class and only achieve a fraction of what Messi's achieved. So I'm not saying it's, you know, but I'm just saying he's got that natural talent right there. You can see that. He's got the ability to beat people, to create, to score. And he's only a kid. Give him a couple more years. Crikey, this guy is literally going to be awesome, I think. So we'll see. Let us know what you guys think, though. Smash a 1 if you think he's a future Ballon d'Or winner. But as I say, we don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, and Man United don't want to get too ahead of ourselves by giving him a ridiculous contract. You don't want to pay him 180k a week. He's a kid. But you've got to keep him at the club. You've got to get him contracted for 5, 6, 7 years. Get him wrapped up to a long-term deal, because he's talent. He's pure talent. Yeah, Rushy says, top talent Rushmano, top talent Garnacho. Thank you, Will Covey says, smash a like on the stream, legends. Yeah, hit that like button if you're just getting in there, everyone. Berber says he drops that so quicker than Arsenal will drop down the table. Ronnie says, Pig, your YouTube says you're going live at 9 tonight for tomorrow's game. It's a match preview tonight, bud. It should say match preview, actually. Should say team news, match preview or something on there. But yeah, we are going live tonight at 9-ish for a late night preview show, just talking about the game tomorrow, just with the predictions and the team news and the lineups and all that kind of stuff we'll be getting into. He's looking great. So only a couple of people said he's a future Ballon d'Or winner, but there you go. Ronnie Dodge, Kingslayer, John Boy Cat all think that maybe he could he could do it. Hey, what's going on there, Sing Games? How you getting on? Oh, okay. How you getting on there, Sing Games? He's got a different take on this. Thank you so much for getting in here with your highlighted member comment, bud. 22 months, a sausage soldier. Let's get a hashtag 22 in for Sing Games. Thank you, Sing Games. Coming in on a controversial tip, lad. He says, sorry, Jimbo, we entertain you as a fan, but we don't want you as an owner. Please respect the fans. Who are you speaking for, Sing Games? You say we, but who do you mean? You're not speaking for me. You're not speaking for some people in the chat. You might be speaking for some people, but you ain't speaking for me, son. So you should have rephrased that. I entertain you as a fan. I don't want you as owner. That's what you should have said, because there is no we here, my friend. But no, there's definitely people who share your opinion. There's definitely people that think, oh, for whatever reason, nah, he's not the right guy. He's a chemical melt, whatever, just another businessman. I don't know, whatever people think. But also, though, what about the current situation? Is it not better than that? And okay, it would be nice to have the perfect owner. Does the perfect owner exist? I would argue no. You're either going to have loads of money and maybe they're, like satellite owners from a foreign land who just don't really, it's just one of their little play toys, which is fine in some respects, but it's not the perfect ideal situation. It's one of those, isn't it? There's nobody who's perfect, but if he's prepared to spend the money to buy the club and to get rid of the debts and spend the money to invest in infrastructure, then why not? Why not Sing Games, my son? I'm up for him in. Well, you bring up a good point though. So let's ask the chat, guys. Sir Jim Ratcliffe, in or out? Some people may not be interested in his ownership of the football club. You agree with Sing Games, says Madhouse. Jim doesn't give me an erection. I think you haven't seen the right photos, mate. Just hope he does buy us, says the MRC. Dubai, says Ronnie Dodge. Sir Jim in, says Unlisted Lizard. If you want to be mid-table, Jim, another 10 years. I disagree, Early United. Why would that be the case, though? Why would we be mid-table with an owner who's got some sort of passion about us? Why would that be the case? We're already not mid-table now, and we've got owners that just how much money is being serviced every single year? 40 million quid or something, isn't it? Last time I don't know. Just in interest payments and things like that, usually. Dividends being sucked out, even in failing, underperforming years and seasons when they shouldn't be taking anything out. How could it be any worse? How could it be any worse with Sir Jim Ratcliffe coming in? That's what I would argue. You're not against Sir Jim, says Rashat. Could be a part owner. That's a good point as well. Part owner. There you go. Consortium. Maybe some other big daddies on board. Why not, eh? Andy Young, he says, Pig, my body is ready. Oil me up by the fire. No to Jim. Give me lots of money covered in oil. Jim will be ex-players, mates, rates, FC all over again, says Andy Young. Fair enough. I mean, I understand everyone's point of view who just wants some oligarch, prince or sheikh or someone to come in and spend 200 million on one player and then go and spend 2 billion on a fucking awesome stadium, and all the rest of it. I get it. But also, I don't really want that. I'd rather have just Man United with well-off owners and we're self-sustaining, and it's a proper traditional run football club. That's what I would like. Doing FIFA tonight, says Wizzy Sam. I'm probably not actually, but I don't think I will be able to. I don't know. To be fair, where I am right now is an undisclosed location, and basically, I just don't know if the internet's up to it. Plus, I'm probably making noise. Just going to annoy people. I don't know. Billy Chadwick, thank you very much for your member comment. Thank you very much for being here 20 months a Don. Let's get a hashtag 20 in there for this legend as well, man. Thank you so much, Billy Chadwick. Billy Chadders, he comments and he says, let's go. Thank you so much, Billy Chadwick. Come on, mate. Hashtag Glazers out. See you later on Shithouses. Fucking love it. Okay, guys, right. We're going to get back into the chat now. I'm just going to quickly do a very quick, we've only got 4 little updates here, which we talked about at the start of the stream. Just in case you're getting in, these are the 4 updates, or the 4 little things I'm going to just mention very quickly before we get into the live chat. So Sir Jim has reportedly entered the bidding process to buy Man United. So reports coming out that Ineos has entered the bidding process to buy United. So Jim Ratcliffe has confirmed that he's officially in the running to buy the club from the Glazers. Get in there, my son. Also reports coming out that suggest from Sky Sports the same, that he's officially entered the bidding to buy Manchester United. And also, Fabrizio confirms Ineos has entered the bidding process to buy Manchester United. We have formally put ourselves into the process of bidding. Spokesman has told the Times Sport. And Sir Jim Ratcliffe is the first one to go public, with other groups now also interested. So should be maybe the floodgates open in regards to other consortiums or other potential bidders being interested now. So that's where we're at. It may not materialise. We know what the Glazers shithouses are like, but this is good news, guys. This is big news. This is positive news that Sir Jim's serious and Sir Jim is entering into the bidding process to get the wheels rolling to buy Manchester United. This is big news, guys. Let's hope that we see the changing of the hands of this club within this season. That would be the best thing to start the next season afresh with new owners. Glazers potentially selling the football club by March. Some reports coming out, speculation of course, but could be a sale before the end of the season. So that's basically it, guys. That's it in regards to Jim Ratcliffe. There's a bidding process that's obviously got to take place. Manchester United's future is in the hands of the Glazers still, but looks like maybe there could be a white knight to come in here on horseback in Sir Jim Ratcliffe to come in and slay those Glazer shithouses. That would be the dream. Right, let's get into the chat then, everybody. Thank you very much for you all for being here, guys. Appreciate you all getting in here. Let's have a little look at this then. So let's go and have a look at this. Live chat. Soap on the floor. Soap on the... Oh, yeah, that's exactly it, Rayzen. Right, hang on. I've got to refresh this and get the chat to the bottom. Get your thoughts and opinions in. I'm going to stick around for a few minutes, legends. We got 165 likes. Come on. Let's see if we can get 200 likes on this video. It's free to like and smash a like for the good news about this shithouse Glazers out possibility. Okay, Joe Snow, thank you very much for... I've just scrolled to the bottom of the chat, mate. Thank you. Joe Snow, thank you so much for getting your highlighted member comment in here, bud, and being a member for 4 months. Nice one, pal. He says, we'll run around Old Trafford naked if Jim comes in. Nobody wants to see that, Joe. No, you've said it now, bud. We're expecting a mid-game streak from you now, bud, the moment he buys it, lad. Let's go. Thank you, Joe Snow. Let's get a #4 in there. Thanks for being a member of the channel, my friend. And that's very nice of you, lad. Vutinator says, Sir Jim has done his due diligence and is ready to show his hand. Please let it be a winning hand. Oh, I like that, mate. Poker vibes. Let's hope it's not some Texas Hold'em looking American owners. Bloody freezing outside, says Eamon Barrett. It is not here actually where I am, but where you are, it is cold, yeah. We'll run around Old Trafford naked if Jim comes in. I just read that, didn't I? Thank you so much for that, bud. Hey, Solo Tamua, the Man United agenda. What's going on, bro? Here we go, pig. Come on, mate. I really hope so. Anyway, we'll see if it materializes. But man, my nipples are tingling, bud. The thought of it. Thank you, pal. Mark Egan, you says you don't want ex-players involved. They do enough damage in the media. I want people who have passions for the club. And to be fair, a lot of these players that are talking about doing damage in the media, if they owned the football club, they're not going to come out and say start father. They're going to be completely private in regards to the inner workings of the club, etc., or their thoughts on it. So I don't really see it being too much of a problem. Billy says, Pig, will you use Zane's super chat money to buy Arsenal so they can be United's feeder club, says Billy. I thought they already were, bud. I thought they already were United's feeder club, mate. Sorry, I thought that was already the case, mate. Robin Van Persie, that Alexis Sanchez mug, to be fair, we don't count that one. But, no, not really, but yeah, nice one. I like your style. Will you use Zane's super chat money to buy Arsenal? I probably could do. We have got the best opportunity since we sold to the Glazers. I want to do this right. So Jim is not the man for me, says Sin Games. Fair enough. Well, I respect your opinion. Are the Glazers the right men for you then? Are they, Sin Games, lad? What's that? Turns out Sin Games is a Glazer looking lover. Turns out he's a Glazer admirer. Is that what's going on here? Turns out Sin Games is a Glazers in man. That's what it turns out. I'm just joking, obviously. But no, you just want different owners, right? Different owners other than the Glazers and other than Sir Jim. Is that right? I don't know who the perfect owner is. Maybe there's a much better owner than Sir Jim Ratcliffe. All I hope is that Manchester United end up with the right owners. Gungshi, you led journey, says, looking forward to the Palace watch-along, Pig. Yes, sir, we will be back on there tomorrow night. We'll be going in there raw, son. We'll be going in there raw tomorrow night. You have missed the fact that Sir Jim Ratcliffe has started the bidding process for Manchester United there, Sir Paul Scholes. Get in there, my son. That's what you have missed. That's it. That's it. Hoop man. Sin Games is a Glazer sympathiser. That's the word I was looking for and couldn't think of. He's a Glazer sympathiser. Pigs in Dubai negotiating private investors for the pig consortium. Sin Games says, I want the right owners who can make us compete against Newcastle and City. Well, we don't have the right owners now, and Ten Hag's got us already doing that sort of this season. So what's to say that with everybody doing the due diligence and supporting the club properly in all areas and backing the manager properly in the transfer market, who's to say that we couldn't do that with Sir Jim and go and challenge those top spots? Andy Young says Pig has a world map, but only England and Spain is on it. Says Andy Young. Nah, you guys don't know. I'm in an undisclosed location, guys. Come on, Rally Boy. I'd take him as an owner better than... I'm in Area 51 at the moment, guys, if you must know. I'm in Area 51, all right? I just bumped into Slabby Maguire in here, by the way. I'll tell him you say hi. Already trusted Sir Jimmy and looked what happened, says Dutch Christ. How do you mean, bud? Oh, you already trusted one Sir Jimmy. Oh, fucking hell. I reread what you said. Look what happened. Fucking hell, man. Dutch Christ. Pig could do better negotiation. Waffle, what's going on, mate? Big ups as usual, Piggy & Co. This is so good to see the team doing well and the leechers starting to relinquish their grip of the club. Ratcliffe in. I feel exactly the same, Eddie's Football Waffle. We need to get that hot poker off and burn those leechers off, mate. That's what I need to do. Thank you, Eddie. I hope you're having a good one, pal. Preview 9 p.m. Yes, nice one, bud. Thank you so much. Oh, don't tell me we're buffering again. Are we buffering again, guys? Oh, fucking hell. Nightmare. This is the problem with no wired connection. It's absolutely unacceptable. I don't know what I'm going to do for tomorrow's game. Nightmare. I'm going to have to figure something out. Anyway. Okay, so that's fucking shite. That's really bad. Okay, you can hear me again now. All right, guys. Well, anyway, I mean, that basically covers the news anyway. That basically does it for what I wanted to talk about. Just the update in regards to Sir Jim. We will be back on 9 or 9:30-ish. I'm going to have to get some grub in between. But 9 or 9:30-ish for a match preview. So come and join us later on, guys. We'll be back on about 9. So please do come and join us. On the gas station Wi-Fi, spot on, yeah. You bet Sir Jim brings in Michael Knight? I doubt it, Vincent Bullock, to be fair. I doubt it. But you never know. Anyway, guys, we're going to wrap it up here. So thank you so much for watching. Come back after this video is finished. Get your thoughts in the not live comments about those shithouse Glazers being out, about the potential of Sir Jim coming in, or who you do want to come in. Come back after this video is finished, comment in the not live comments, and let us know what you guys are saying. See you, Eamon Barrett. Thank you, Vincent Bullock, Gungshi, Madhouse, Sin Games. Don't know Adam Francourt. There's so many variables here, my friend. Don't know at the moment, Adam Francourt. Sorry, bud. Twalumba Theory, what's going on? Welcome in as well. We're just finishing Twalumba, but please do watch the vid back if you want to. Thank you, Rajat, Vincent, Chris Koo as well, Sean B, Eddie's Football Waffle, Adam Francourt. I don't know Adam Francourt actually, but I need to get a wired connection, lad. So I can't, I mean, I'm not going to, I don't know. Watch this space, man. It's not going to be tonight, though. It's not going to be tonight. But I will be back on tonight, though, with another video. And thank you to everyone who retweeted the tweet, by the way. Shout out to everyone who retweeted the tweet. Let me just go and shout out everyone who did. It's at the top of the live chat. Thank you, everyone who retweeted. Let's see who did. We've got 5 retweets from the legends. Gary Clipston, Tommy Hurst, Edward McAllister, Transfers_UTD, and Aaron Homeyard. Let's fucking be having you, my son. Thank you all the retweeters for helping us spread the word of the show. It really does help a lot. So thank you, each and every one of those guys. Thank you, everyone who smashed the like button. We got 175. Make sure you hit the subscribe button as well if you're new. Drop a thumbs up and click the bell icon for notifications. We will be back on at 9 p.m.-ish. for another preview video. So come and join us then, guys. Click the notification bell. That way you won't miss it. You can also join the Discord and you won't miss it there either because we post all the videos in there. And there's a few little sections in there like memes and rate my team for FIFA and transfer news section and stuff in there. So join the Discord. Put an exclamation mark Discord in the live chat to join the Discord. Anyway, cheers, Dope Chef Cookies, Kingslayer, Vincent Bullock, Joe Snow, Duncan, Sing Games, Rushmano, Aaron. Once again, thank you to Rushmano for that 50-bone super chat, buzzing your tits off and sharing the love, my friend. Thank you very much, Rushy. You're a legend. And everybody else as well, thank you so much. Vincent Bullock, Brendan, Andy Young, Aaron, Berber, The Vooty, Nator, Vincent, Kingslayer, Rushy, Chris Koo. Thanks very much, guys. Absolute legend. I appreciate you, Rushmano. Thank you, everyone, Berber and Rushy and all the mods. all the members of the channel. That's it from me. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok and Twitch at Flying Pig United. Check out the website, flyingpigunited.com as well to read your latest news. Also, the merch site, flyingpigclothing.com as well to order some t-shirts. Thank you, Gungshi. Thank you, everyone. Good night, guys. We'll actually be back, so not good night, but just goodbye for now. Back in about, an hour and a half, hour and 45 with some preview action for the game tomorrow. Come on, United! We're going to smash up Crystal Palace into shards on the floor. That's the idea anyway. Hopefully see you then. See you at 9 p.m-ish, guys, for the preview. Thanks for watching. That's it from me. Stay classy. Have a good one. And come on, United. Let's end this live stream with some hashtag Glazers out and some green and gold emojis. Shithousers out. Sir Jim in. I'm all for it, my friend. Lather me up and let's fucking get prepared. See you in a bit, guys. Thanks for tuning in. One love. And remember, when the seagulls follow the trawler, this is because they think the shithouse Glazers will finally be ousted from the club. Thank you very much.